Number 9, UCLA at number 10, Oregon.
So this could be the game of the day, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. There's a lot of factors in this game. These are the last two undefeateds in terms of conference play in the Pac-12. Okay, so the winner of this game is in a great position, in particular with no divisions, great position to get to the conference championship game in the Pac-12. The matchup also features a lot of similar things when you're looking at these teams. Veteran quarterbacks, Bo Nix for Oregon, Dorian Thompson Robinson for UCLA. Two teams that are very good running the football on the offensive side. Top two rushing teams in the Pac-12. There are some slight differences, though, and that's where I want to try to focus on what's going on. While Bo Nix has been good, in particular after that loss to Georgia, which didn't go well. Throw that out. First game for Dan Lanning, first game for Bo Nix there after the transfer. I tell you what, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and throw it out. Okay, so if you do that, then what you'll see is Bo Nix has played pretty well. They've certainly run the ball well. They got into a tussle with Washington State and pulled it out. A game in which they were down, I believe, by 12 with about 4 minutes left to go. So that's going to be a galvanizing type of win for them. So they're pretty good. However, in a veteran quarterback matchup, I think that the edge clearly goes to the other side. And big games tend to follow quarterback play. I think we saw that last week. So if you look at what Dorian Thompson Robinson has done, the fascinating part for me is just how efficient he's playing. He's playing by far his best football of his career, and he's played a lot of it for UCLA. And there's always been great potential because of his athleticism, because of his arm strength, and his overall talent profile. And that's been clear. But now what you're seeing is a much more efficient quarterback. Completion percentage, yardage, the ability to run, the ability to threaten the defense with his legs, whether it's a designed run or not. And more in particular, if you look at his second half statistics, this guy's playing his best football when it matters most, in the second half. If you parse that out, nobody's playing better football than Dorian Thompson Robinson in the Pac-12 at the quarterback position in the second half. And I think that that's what it's going to come down to. Don't we get a sense that when you get an evenly matched team or matchup, it comes down to playing great at the quarterback position, in particular when you're on the road. So UCLA is going to lean on DTR. The good part for DTR is that it's not just his ability to be two-dimensional and pass it and run it, but it's also their ability to be two-dimensional. I really like their passing game, but I think their strength is their ability to run the football. Zach Charbonnet has been really good for them, really for the last couple of years, but in particular this year. He's the leading rusher right now in the Pac-12, and when you look at what he's doing, he's 5.5 per carry. So the Oregon defense will be challenged, and that's the one area where when you're looking at both of these teams, you're seeing, is there any area that one of the teams falls just slightly below in the matchup, and it would be Oregon's defense. Now, they're at home. I'm sure they're going to play great. That's a wonderful crowd and a great venue, but UCLA has a slight advantage. They're just a little bit more balanced. This is a defense that's playing very well for them. They're the number one total defense in the conference. They've got a quarterback that's playing just a little bit better than the opposing quarterback. They've got a running back that's just a little bit better than the running game for Oregon. Their defense is just a little bit better than what Oregon's is, and when you add that all up, you've got a team that can, and I think will, win this game on the road. Not many people win in Autzen Stadium. In fact, when you look back, Oregon has not lost at home since 2018. That's 22 straight wins at home. So that's a daunting task for the Bruins. There's no doubt about it. I think that they're built for it because they can run it, they can throw it, they can play great defense. All right, this is not a team that's overly reliant on one area of their team. So they're built for the road more so than previous years. And actually, when you look at this, let's call it an arc of Chip Kelly's tenure at UCLA, here's what you're going to see, is that every single year they've gotten a little bit better. All right. When you look at their winning percentage every year under Chip Kelly, just a little bit better. When you look at their play on the road specifically, what you'll find is this arc has done what I always talk about when you're rebuilding or building a program: lose big, lose small, win big. And that's what you see with UCLA, in particular in their road games. If you go back to the Chip Kelly era, in their first 13 road games, they were 3-10. Not great. Not great. Not a team that had the requisite balance to go out and win on the road, in particular when you're looking at places that are really difficult like Oregon. Now, what do you see since then? Well, in their last 7 games on the road, dating back to last year, with DTR playing better, with a better run game, with the defense becoming better, with better and tougher and more physical line play on each side of the ball, they're 6-1 in their last 7 road games. So this team is they're in a much better spot to go on the road and to compete with and potentially beat Oregon. Now, Oregon is favored by 6.5. That's a lot. That's a lot. In particular, when I think UCLA is going to win outright. I think UCLA wins outright, and I still will maintain that UCLA, of the teams that have not gone to the playoff yet, they're the one that if I had to bet money on to make the playoff, again, of the teams that have not been to the playoff ever in their history, they're the ones I would bet on. It wouldn't be Tennessee because of the gauntlet that they've got late in this season. They've got to go to Georgia. They got to win. They got to win in an SEC championship game. I actually think it's UCLA. I really think it's UCLA, and they're built for it. Their structure is built for it, and I think that they win this weekend in Autzen Stadium against Oregon.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.